What's up, everybody?
How you doing?
Alright, now this is our new YouTube name. Now it is called
Steel Twins.
Yeah, it was actually recommended by our sister. And we actually like the name because it actually kind of fits with us if you think about it, because we're both Steelers fans.
And we're both twins.
So it really fits together. Steel Twins, if you think about it. Now, on another subject.
Steelers against Cincinnati last Saturday. All both of us have to say is,
What a game. Because it was brutal. What else is there to say about it? Basically.
Yeah.
Been dealing with illness for a few days, so
Yeah, you're gonna have to excuse his cough.
But besides that, what was that? Oh yeah. Screw Perfect, basically. Screw Perfect, screw Jones. Now, Jones, I don't have a problem with, but this season he has kind of gotten out of control. Because I think it was the first or second game against the Steelers. It was our long snapper who accidentally bumped into him, and he just freaked out. Also, against the freaking Raiders, he took off Amari Cooper's helmet and slammed his head on that helmet.
Mm-hmm.
He gets too aggressive, he's like a child. It's like someone touches him, he freaks out. It's like he's and Perfect. He is. I think he's worse than Jones this year, because in the Steelers' first game, there we go. In the Steelers' first game, Le'Veon Bell out for the season. He injured Le'Veon Bell. What happened?
He celebrated.
Yeah, he celebrated when he injured Le'Veon Bell, and now I understand Steelers players and fans celebrated when Bengals players got injured. But now that is uncalled for. What? How do you say it?
Uncalled for.
Sorry. Yeah, uncalled for. But
if you ask,
these teams don't like each other. Okay.
No.
These teams don't like each other. When AFC rivals face, it's like another civil war going at it. Okay. They don't care if it's the Browns, the Ravens, the Steelers, or the Bengals. It's like another civil war going out there, okay? Especially when it comes to the Steelers Ravens and the Steelers Bengals. It's probably worse than a civil war.
No,
it's definitely sarcasm, but still.
it's brutal.
Yeah. Every game's brutal, but Perfect's hit on Brown. Now, by law, that is not by law.
By rule.
By rule, yes. That is a penalty. And plus, that's very dangerous. That could have severely injured Brown, that could have possibly killed him, that could have broke his neck, paralyzed him, ended his career. Anything could have happened in that situation.
The reason why it's ruled a penalty is because Brown was a defenseless receiver.
Yes, and
he could not defend himself in any way matter.
Yes, and if you look in Ryan Segier, when he forced a fumble on Giovanni Bernard, he was not a defenseless receiver. He had control of the ball.
He had 2 feet on
down,
the turf,
and he turned around. So that makes him a legal runner and receiver. He could have escaped the tackle or any something way, but he didn't. Now, I understand his helmet kind of collided under his chin or whatever you call it, but to me that looks like a legal tackle because he was definitely not a defensive receiver. But when you look at Browns and Perfects, that's a penalty. Now, I feel like when it comes to the NFL has definitely gone soft over the past few years.
It's nothing like it was back in the day. You're not allowed to finish any tackles. You're not allowed to hit as hard as you would back in the day. Everything's changed in the NFL. Nothing's the same.
Now, I didn't say it. Believe me or not, Donald Trump said it. And I quote, Donald Trump said the NFL has gone soft, just like this country. And honestly, I agree with him. But on with the Steelers game. Now, Adam Jones penalty, I I understand why they called it because
he collided with a ref. He collided with an official.
now Joey Porter.
Joey Porter actually had no reason to be on that field.
Yes, I agree with you.
Because he's a defensive coach.
He was what? He's our linebacker coach.
Yeah,
which is basically an assistant coach, but I don't think he had no reason being on the field, especially since it was our offense on the field. I understand why he was on the field because he checked with Antonio Brown, make sure he was all right. Now, if I think Porter did this type of stuff too when he played for the Steelers, but I can't remember because I was too young to watch that stuff. But still, basically what happened was he was checking on Antonio Brown, and the Bengals players got in an argument with him. Then he went to the Bengals players. He was surrounded by Bengals players. And then Adam Jones, not minding his own business like usual, I think he pushed Joey Porter, and then he bumped into the ref, which is the reason why the ref called the penalty. Bengals fans, don't blame the refs for the loss. Blame your players. They need to learn to chill and stay cool, especially when it comes to a playoff game. There's one phrase I can think of the Bengals for the past few years. One and done. Because they've had a shot to win the game. Perfect penalty, interception.
Right there, I thought we lost.
Yeah, honestly,
I thought we lost. Right there.
I almost turned off my TV after that, but I stayed with the game. I was hoping we would at least, force a fumble, and we did.
Shazier was able to force a fumble before his knee went down.
Man, incredible play. Saved our playoff hopes. Well, not our playoff hopes, but our game. But honestly, there's three players the Bengals fans should blame. It's Jeremy Hill, Vontaze Burfict, and Adam Jones for their loss. If Hill would have secured the ball better, then the Bengals possibly would have won. Shazier made a great play. It was a great game. Now, Porter is expected for a fine, and I think so is Burfict or something like that. But I feel like the game's over. You can't do nothing about it, okay? So don't. See, this is what we mean by NFL has gone very soft over the past few years. It's like you can't touch a person without getting penalized. Because, I don't know what to say anymore because it's just. I don't know what to say no more. All I gotta say is it was a heck of a game. A good game. Let's move on to Denver. Now, we faced Denver week 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, week 15.
We were down 27-13. We were able to make an epic comeback, beat them 35-27.
Yes, and we won the game.
Big Ben and Antonio Brown do have a chance to play.
Now, I feel like Ben didn't really get hit much in the final drive, but Ben has, 6 days now to rest?
Yeah.
We need him to play because I feel like if Landry Jones plays, we don't have a shot.
Because Denver has number one defense.
Now, with Ben and Antonio Brown playing, that definitely puts the Steelers ahead. Now, Peyton Manning is starting this time. He stepped in for Brock Osweiler against the Chargers, and he definitely looked improved. I am glad he has improved because that is not the Peyton Manning.
Well, then again, it was against the Chargers. They don't really have much of a defense.
Well, that's true, but this whole season, Peyton Manning has done absolutely horrible. This is not the Peyton Manning that everyone knows and loves. Honestly, I think he's going to give it his all. I think it was the first game that Peyton Manning plays with Bronco was against the Steelers.
Yeah, that was true.
And he won. I feel like Peyton Manning's going to play one of his best games this year. This Sunday. When's the game? 4:40, something like that.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, it's gonna be big game. What can I say? Let's get ready. Let's go Pitt. Let's win this game. As usual, like, subscribe, everything, blah blah blah. You know the drill. Peace out, y'all. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.